show me love. Show me light, show me love. Make a change, time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me light, show me love. This is all we got. Show me light, show me love. This is all we got.
Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to beautiful Pensacola Beach. I wanted to bring you guys here because there's something I really want to talk to you guys about. I want to talk to you about the challenges of moving my family to a Florida tourist town and what we've kind of had to go through as we've been here over the past 4 years. One of the challenges is learning how to navigate, learning the different areas to avoid, and learning the areas that we enjoy the most. When you come from a smaller town, you know what areas you should be in and what areas you should not be in. It is a given growing up. You just naturally know those places. But when you go to a completely different place, you don't know. You have to learn these areas just to protect yourself, protect your family, and we have teenagers. They are going to be driving around here. We want to know where to tell them not to go. To another challenge is learning how to fish the Florida way. Saltwater fishing is completely different than the ponds and lakes and rivers that we fished in back in Kentucky. So that, to me, was kind of a challenge to learn that, and I'm still learning. Homeschooling our boys through Florida virtual school, that has been a challenge because we have figured out that the pace is so much slower. They're done with school literally within 3 hours. So it's like, what's next? What do we do? So we've learned to explore more. The kids have gotten out and explored more, and that's just been a phenomenal experience. New way of doing school, that was a challenge. I learned how to be a teacher. I learned that I still hate math. I really still hate math. After some tears and a lot of laughter, Chase is actually graduating this year, and Landon is on his way to 8th grade. So here's to another 5 years with virtual school. As you can see here, a challenge is finding the perfect spot on the beach. This is super awesome. If you guys want a paddleboard, dude, you can rent one right here. You just download the app and boom. You just go out and paddleboard. So if you've never done it before and you want to try paddleboard yoga, now's your chance. While we're on the subject of travel and how that has been a struggle and just getting around the area, the struggle of traffic, learning how to navigate timing, having to leave 30 minutes to an hour to get to where you're going because traffic is insane, especially during spring and summer. So we have figured that out. We have figured out the times, and I think we finally got it. I think we got it. While I'm in the water, it's really made me remember that time I flooded our Kia. Guys, one of the challenges has been the weather. We have hurricanes and tropical storms that we have to figure out how to navigate and how to plan for, and that's been a struggle. But I have to show you guys, I've talked to you guys about how we were initiated into Florida living with the hurricane when Hurricane Sally hit. But I've never shown you what happened in one of the tropical storms when I flooded and completely destroyed our car. Stupid. Well, guys, this happened. I was on my way to a wedding, and in the way I was driving, the road was flooded, so I turned real quick down a side road and it was even more flooded. The water's all the way up to my door, so my butt got out and I'm taking cover under this awning. The rain subsided for a minute, but this is me waiting to be rescued.
Up here, and I guess now we're gonna have to battle the rain. I was hoping I could do this while it was dry, but that just wasn't in the cards. So now we're gonna have to go up here and get wet all over again.
Oh, no, I got an umbrella. See?
I'm not using.
I got a really cute clear umbrella.
I'm not using your little girly clear umbrella to go. I would rather get wet.
But it's the dome kind.
I don't care. I would rather get wet than use that. I'm fine with just standing out in the rain. I mean, it's not lightning, so we can do this. Let's go up here and check on this car, folks. So here we are in the rain with the Kia. Sarah did manage to tear the bumper off somehow.
Hey, I tried to go to safety. See, that's what I was trying to do. I got to like right there and realized I was up like the creek in I tried to make a hard right or left turn up into that parking lot right ahead, but I didn't account for that big dip in front of the parking lot, which was even more flooded. Sorry, baby. The challenges that I have to tell you about is friends. Dude, we came here, we still have our friends back at home and they are friends forever, but making friends here has been crazy because it's hard because you gotta know who to trust and where to meet people. And in doing this and coming here and being in a new place and discovering new things, you learn to trust yourself. You learn so much about yourself. I think that's helped us find our friends and find our people and find our circle here. Well, finding friends in our circle was not easy. We ended up going to several different events, several different functions, and just because you can't, okay, this is really funny. It's not like with kids, you can't just go outside looking for kids. That's totally sus. You just can't do that. So that's why we decided to go to all the events and just kind of try to get into some cool activities around town and meet other parents with kids. And that seemed to have worked out. We moved here, y'all, we prayed. Oh, did we pray. And like we probably lost sleep trying to make sure that we made the right decision. And we did. We totally made the right decision to move here. But getting here, I think, was very challenging. Full-time jobs before we moved here. Ron was back to just working the content creation and our wedding videography business when we were going to move. So prior to moving, he was already doing that full time, and I was in a steady, stable, cushy job. And I swear the last couple weeks before we moved, I was probably sick to my stomach because I knew when we moved, that was it. I was gonna follow my dreams and follow my ambitions and do what I wanted to do full time. And that was without that cushy job. So that was a challenge, is just getting your name out there and promoting your business and finding that word of mouth. Because when we were in Kentucky, you know, everybody knew everybody. And we started our business, what, 6 years before we moved? So our name was out there. We had no problems. But here we had to get our name out. We had to figure out the community and how to promote our business and ourselves so that we could grow our business here. That was a challenge. That was really a challenge just because we didn't know anybody. Back to that, not having that friends and not having our own community here to help us with that. That was a struggle. That was a big challenge. A huge challenge that we faced was betting on ourselves. We took the chance and we did it. We bet on ourselves. And Ron actually has a podcast on the Morning 5 channel, so check out that podcast because he goes in depth about betting on yourself. And I'm so glad we did, because by betting on ourselves, we learned how to trust ourselves. We learned, like I said before, we learned who we were, and we grew. The growth that we had experienced because we did that is phenomenal. Got a challenge for you guys. It's more of a first world challenge, kind of a problem, because when you find a place you really like to eat or shop, you almost don't want to go anywhere else because there's so many options and it's so hard to choose. Y'all, I know it's not a real problem, but when you have like so many different restaurants and places to choose from with completely different menu items, where do you start? Because you don't want to get broke. Like, you don't want to go broke trying all these foods. Although, you know, some people probably have, but that's a challenge. It's a serious challenge. And because of that challenge, we are back at home. Y'all, we have learned to eat at home so much more than we did when we first moved down here, because that will take a toll on your bank account and your belly. I'm just throwing that out there. And that's why we have our backyard garden. We've learned to incorporate our country living from back in Kentucky with our new coastal way of living. So got our fresh eggs from our chickens. Our gardens are starting to grow, and we eat a lot more of the fresh fish that we catch. If you guys love this video, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe because I have so many more fun videos coming your way. And if you enjoy this coastal country ride and living this PYT life, you better stick around.